The day my coworker stole my promotion was the best day of my career. Not because I let it go, not because I moved on, but because what happened next got them escorted out of the building by HR. And I didn't have to lift a single finger. I had been at that company for 4 years. 4 years of staying late, covering shifts, training new people, and building the client relationships that were literally keeping that department alive. My manager, let's call him Dave, told me in February that the senior coordinator role was mine. Formality, he said, just paperwork. Here's what I didn't know was happening behind my back for 3 months. My coworker, I'll call her Melissa, had been scheduling private lunches with Dave, sharing concerns about my leadership style, forwarding selectively edited email threads that made me look disorganized, and presenting my own project data, the quarterly client retention numbers I had personally compiled, as her own initiative in a meeting I wasn't invited to. I found out none of this in real time. I found out the day Dave called me into his office and told me they were going in a different direction for the promotion. Melissa started in the role the following Monday. I smiled. I said congratulations, and I went back to my desk and started building a file. Now here's the thing about people who cheat their way into power. They have no idea how to actually do the job. Melissa had gotten the title. She had not gotten the knowledge. Every client process, every vendor relationship, every internal workaround that kept our department running, that all lived in my head. So when she started coming to me for help, I helped her, cheerfully, thoroughly. I documented everything in detailed emails, subject lines like, per your request, client onboarding flow, and clarification on Q2 retention methodology. What I was actually doing was creating a paper trail that made it crystal clear whose work this was. Meanwhile, I had started quietly collecting the evidence of what she'd done, the original emails she'd forwarded, with full metadata. A message from a client who had been in that uninvited meeting and noticed the data looked familiar. Screenshots of her presentation compared to my internal reports, timestamps. Then she made a mistake, a catastrophic one. Melissa submitted our department's annual performance summary to the VP of Operations, the report that was supposed to prove she deserved the role she'd stolen. She used my exact report from the previous year, updated the dates, changed some numbers, and put her name on it. The problem? I had sent that original report to an external vendor contact, with my name embedded in the document metadata. 8 months earlier, the vendor contact, completely unaware of any drama, had referenced it in a meeting with our VP just 2 weeks prior. Our VP noticed the similarity. She asked Melissa about it. Melissa panicked and said I had helped her prepare it, which meant HR now had a new question. Why was a non-senior employee substantially authoring a senior coordinator's formal deliverable? That's when I walked into HR with my folder. I didn't yell. I didn't threaten. I just opened a folder and let the timestamps do the talking. HR conducted a 2-week internal investigation. I was interviewed once. Melissa was interviewed 4 times. By the end of week 2, Melissa was terminated for misrepresenting work product and making false statements during the investigation. Dave received a formal written warning for failing to verify credentials during the promotion process. And me? They offered me the senior coordinator role, with back pay from the date it should have been announced. I cried in my car on the way home. Genuinely. Not from sadness, but from the specific exhaustion of watching patience actually work, of trusting that documentation beats drama every single time. If someone at work is pulling something like this on you right now, listen carefully, because this is the only thing that actually works. Document everything. Email over Slack whenever possible. When someone claims your work, don't explode. Put it in writing. Hey, just wanted to make sure you had the original version of that file I created. That one sentence creates a record. Rage quits feel good for 12 minutes. Paper trails work forever. If this story hit differently because you're living something similar right now, drop it in the comments. Every week I read through them. Some of your stories are honestly wilder than anything I could find on Reddit. And if you want more workplace justice stories, the one where a manager's entire team quit on the same day is already up. It's unhinged. I'll see you there.